Caution, lights go dark, we're ready to go. Heat race number 1 comes to the green, 8 laps as your distance. Eric Lutz grabs the initial lead. There were 3 wide for the second spot. John Klobundy just shut the door on Jack Dover. Dover goes back to his inside and has that second spot off of turn number 4. 7 laps to go. Klobundy runs in that third spot, but he's got pressure coming, and that pressure is coming from the 75 of Tommy Barber as he worked by the 18 of Terry Richards Jr. Barber to the inside of Klobundy, racing for third. 2 down, 6 to go. Lutz, your leader. Dover, Klobundy, Barber, and Richards, the top 5. And then a distance back to Pendergast and Hansen. 3 down, 5 to go for the driver out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the JKL Motorsports number 5, 2015 champion with the Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series. That's Eric Lutz. Lutz will lead at the halfway point by 5 car lengths over the 53 of Jack Dover. Then it's about 8 car lengths back to Klobundy. Now trouble for the third place running Tommy Barber. The 75 locked up and goes up the racetrack. The yellow comes out. A caution coming out over the speedway. The 75 of Tommy Barber suddenly turned right. The front tires were locked up, so Tommy was on the brakes and on the brakes hard. Make that 5 laps remaining. Single file restart. All drivers must pass to the outside of the cone in a single file manner. Back to the green we come. 5 to go in heat race number 1. Dover takes a look to the inside of Lutz for the race lead, but Lutz strong up there on the cushion. He'll lead him back to turn number 3. He goes to the bottom. Dover runs a little bit slower, lower line and tries to close in off of turn number 4. Now 4 laps to go for your leader, Eric Lutz, but tons of pressure from the 53 of Dover. They both break away from the 77 of Klobundy, who continues to run third. Lutz will go up the racetrack. Dover on the very bottom gets to the tail tank down the front straightaway to his inside in turn number 1. Saw the 53 of Dover really using the brakes, but Lutz with the momentum around the top holds on to that lead. Into the closing laps. Wheel to wheel for the race lead. Lutz comes down the racetrack and blocks the 53 of Dover back to turn 1. Dover looks to the inside. He's got a good drive off of turn number 2, but Lutz again strong into turn 3 they go. Dover went to the very top of the back straightaway to arc it into the corner. White flag flies, final lap in heat race number 1. Can Lutz hold on? We've got about a third of a mile to find out. He leads him down the back straightaway. Final time into turn number 3. Eric Lutz out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota will hold on to win heat race number 1. Dover finishes second. Klobundy finishes third. And fourth place will go to Richards. So there's your finish. Heat race number 1 goes into the books. A great race there, and holding on for the win, the number 5 of Eric Lutz. 53, Jack Dover second. John Klobundy is third in the 77. Fourth to Terry Richards Jr. in the 18. Then 29, Rick Pendergast fifth. 6 to the 36 of Rick Hansen. 82, Jason Martin sets the pace. 2D, Dusty Ballinger alongside him. Then the 03 of Shaylee Bade. 101, Chuck McGilvery. 35L, Cody Ledger. And 31A of CJ Johnson. 8 laps your distance. Heat race number 2 coming to the green. Martin grabs the lead, a 3-car tussle for the second spot as Ballinger goes up the hill. That allows Bade to get by, and Shaylee Bade runs in the second spot. Dusty Ballinger third, Cody Ledger and Chuck McGilvery the top 5. McGilvery takes a look to the inside of Ledger. Ledger strong off turn number 4. 1 down, 7 to go. Jason Martin dives to the bottom. Bade gets the cushion. Car gets a little tight. Dusty Ballinger trying to reel her in. Still in that 4th spot is Cody Ledger in the 35L with Chuck McGilvery continuing to pressure. Bade was getting close to the 82, but then slid up the hill. Car got tight once again for her off of turn number 4. Ledger now starting to close in on the 2D of Dusty Ballinger. That could become a 2-car tussle for the second position. As we say that, Ledger takes a look to the inside of Ballinger off 4. The Harrisburg, South Dakota driver trying to hold off the Omaha, Nebraska racer. Off of turn number 2 they come. Down the back straightaway, advantage still belongs to Ballinger. Back out front, it's the 82. Jason Martin by a half straightaway over the 03 of Shaylee Bade. Two to go for your race leader, the Hitman. Jason Martin looking good. Shaylee Bade remains at half straightaway behind your race leader. They come to the white flag off of turn number 4. Final trip around the racetrack for Jason Martin in the nickel construction car number 82. Final set of turns. The Hitman, Jason Martin, wins heat race number 2. Shaylee Bade will finish in second. Dusty Ballinger holds on for a third. Ledger in the 4th spot. McGovery in 5th, and 6th will go to the 31A of Johnson. Of Jody Rosenboom and 28, Rich Cerveny. 8 times around, we come to the green in turn number 4. Slow pace, we drop the hammer, and we're back underway. Be fun to watch Jody Rosenboom driving the Gary's Auto Sales. Oh, he bicycles in turn number 1, and he's running in that 5th spot just in front of Cerveny. Out front, we've got a race for the lead. Bickett to the bottom, O'Banion around the top. O'Banion leads lap number 1, 7 to go. Bickett in second, up to third is the 12 of Druke. He got the front wheels up, nearly bicycled in turn number 1. Bramer in the 4th spot, and Rosenboom in position number 5. Rosenboom closing in quickly on the 13 via Seth Bramer. Race for the 4th spot. Down the front straightaway they go. Still a long way, and as those two drivers started to race, they caught the 12 of Tyler Druke. Druke runs 3rd, Bramer in 4th, Rosenboom in 5th. Your leader out front remains the 20 of Brant O'Banion, who gets over the cushion in turn number 1, did a little bicycle, little hop, continues on in that Ekman Dental Arts car number 20. Halfway, 4 to go for O'Banion, Bickett, and then the 12 of Druke, who's got some company. The 13 V of Bramer looking to his inside off of turn number 2. That high line, the preferred groove for the 12 of Druke. And he sticks to that, but Bramer quick on the bottom. He nearly got alongside Druke as they come off of 4. Druke saw his nose. He changes lines in turns 1 and 2, goes to the bottom. Bramer's going to have to change his mentality here as Druke's now blocking that line that he was using. Laps clicking off in a hurry in this final heat race. Remaining out front, the number 20 of Brant O'Banion. He comes to the white flag. Final lap getting underway. Down the back chute, final time for the driver who grew up here in Northport, now up in Sioux Falls, and Brant O'Banion wins heat race number 3. Bickett will finish in the 2nd spot. The 12 of Druke is 3rd. Bramer finishes 4th. Rosenboom in the 5th spot. And there is the finish. Checkered flag coming out for heat race number 3. All of your sprint car heat races now in the books. And, well, Norfolk, Nebraska, how about a hand for your winner? He grew up here in Norfolk. Now he's living up in Sioux Falls racing these sprint cars. Brant O'Banion in the 20 gets the win in heat race number 3. Ryan Bickett finishes 2nd. Tyler Druke finishes 3rd. Seth Bramer is 4th in the 13V. 5th place will go to Jody Rosenboom in the 24H. And the 28 of Rich Cerveny finishes in 6th. Off Road Speedway, the field getting the signal now. Make some noise, send these drivers off as we get set for our main event here tonight, early in the evening. Your Carpetland, Nebraska 360 Sprints presented by Malvern Bank and Property Solutions of America Midwest Sprint Touring Series. Pace vehicle to the infield. Things are going to happen blistering fast here tonight. Don't blink for 25 laps. We come to the start, Off Road Speedway. It's time to rumble at the ranch. John Clabundi grabs the initial lead. Wheel hop, Brant O'Banion going upside down in turn number 1. So the red lights coming on over the Off Road Speedway. The number 20 of Brant O'Banion caught the cushion, wheel hopped, and then went upside down in big fashion in turn number 1, made it to turn number 2. The Off Road Speedway safety team is there on site. Again, the car upside down, the number 20 of Brant O'Banion, your 4th starter in tonight's A-feature event. Well, you can see Brant O'Banion walking away from a destroyed race car. He's okay. Caution lights go dark. We are start ready in turn 4. Coming to the green 25 times, a lightning fast off-road speedway. Back to the start in tonight's A-Main. We'll see what the drivers do getting into turn number 1. The middle is where that hole is. Everybody gets through it this time. Johnson goes very high in his 31A and trying not to loop it around. The yellow comes out. Yellow is out. CJ Johnson in car number 31A out of Ethan, South Dakota, high into turn number 1 in the loose stuff. And he spins around the Patzer Woodworking number 31A and brings out the caution. Again, that bump that O'Banion caught is right there in the middle entering turn number 1. Drivers are going to have to make a decision, go below it or go above it. We come to the green. Club Bundy sets the pace with Lutz. Into turn 1, everyone trying to navigate it. Everyone gets through 1 and 2 clean and green. Club Bundy, your leader. Lutz in second. Shaylee Bade shuts the door on the battle for the 3rd spot on the 53 of Dover. They run 1, 2, 3, 4, 24 to go. Here comes Bade to the inside of Lutz, and Dover's right there. Tyler Drucke completes your top 5 in the 12. Good race for 3rd. Oh, Shaylee Bade caught the rut in turn number 1. She's going upside down in turn 2. A 3-car battle. Shaylee Bade catches the rut getting into turn number 1, and she takes the Carpetland 03 upside down. So red lights come on around the Off Road Speedway once again. And the safety crew on the spot in turn 2. They'll tip Bade back onto all 4. A single file restart. Keep an eye on the cars as they get to turn number 1 and make that decision. Bottom or top to make it around that blemish on the racetrack. 24 laps to go. Here's your restart. Dover tries the bottom, and it will work to get the 2nd spot, but Lutz with the big head of steam down the back straightaway back into the 2nd spot. 3 cars now race for the lead off of turn number 4. Lutz into the 3rd spot as the 53 of Dover grabs 2nd, looking for more, and we've got a new leader off of turn number 2. Dover, Club Bundy, Lutz, Drucke, and Martin, the top 5. 3 down, 22 to go. Lutz and Drucke, the first cars running the top, and then many cars on the bottom, all the way back to the 13V of Seth Bramer before you find another car running the top through 1 and 2. Dover slid all the way up. He'll go to the top now through 1 and 2. Diamond Cut goes in high, turns it down low, trying to build the momentum with the banking here. Oh, trouble. Turn number 4. Car into the wall going upside down. It's Rich Cerveny upside down in the 28. So the red lights come back on. Rich Cerveny gets into the wall here at the beginning of the front straightaway and takes a wild, wild ride down the front chute. John Club Bundy restarts 2nd. Eric Lutz is 3rd. Tyler Drucke is 4th. Jason Martin in 5th. Caution lights go dark. Your restart coming up in turn number 4. 22 to go. Ooh, John Club Bundy nearly took a ride in turn number 1. Slips up the racetrack. Eric Lutz grabs the 2nd spot from him. Club Bundy back to the inside through 3 and 4. Drives it off hard, and he'll get the spot back. Well, John Club Bundy was a man on a mission there. Then he clips the hole in turn 1. Slips up the racetrack in front of Lutz. Seth Bramer buckle up in turn number 2. Hops it around and continues on. Oh, it's so humid. You can see the tires now steaming off of the corners. It is a wicked weather night. Wheel stand from John Club Bundy as the 13V of Seth Bramer going upside down in turn number 2. Red lights coming on around the racetrack. The 13V of Seth Bramer clips it. Gets it sideways and goes upside down as well. 15 laps remain in tonight's feature. We will go 15 more laps in tonight's feature. John Club Bundy inherits the race lead in car number 77. 15 to go. We come to that green. Top 5 as they were when we went back to green. Klabundy, Lutz, Drucke, Martin, and Ledger, the top 5. 14 to go. Dover trying to make his way through traffic. Rick Pendergast bicycles in turn number 1, gets it back down on all 4. Drucke, you see the steam come off the right rear as he gets on the gas off of turn number 2. Up to the top goes Jason Martin in the 82. Here comes a 35L slide job and a big slider off of turn 4. Ledger into the 4th spot. Well, Chuck McGilvery going around on the front straightaway. We stay green. Race for the 2nd spot. Lutz, and the yellow comes out. The yellow is out. Yellow is out. Well, the caution comes out. You probably saw it. It was right in front of you. Chuck McGilvery did a 360. The Nebraska 360 Sprint Series has a rule. Any car that does a 360 on the racetrack requires a caution. Let's say it that way. It's one of the Nebraska 360 rules, and so the yellow comes out for Chuck McGilvery, who did a 360. MSTS, we don't have that rule, but we're under the Nebraska 360 rules tonight. Klabundy, Lutz, Drucke, Ledger, and Martin, the top 5. Ryan Bickett is up to 6th. 12 laps remain. Here's your restart. Oh, Klabundy got hard on the gas, and he picked the nose up. Didn't get the start he wanted. Lutz all over him as they go back to turn number 1. Lutz goes to the top. Drucke goes with him, and that allows the open on the bottom for the 35L of Ledger. Got the spot. Drucke trying to get back to the inside of Ledger. The race for the lead is on. Klabundy will lead him into turn number 1. Lutz to the top. Ledger in that 3rd spot. Steam coming off that right rear. Here comes Martin by the 12 of Drucke into the 4th spot, and Bickett works to the inside of Drucke. Race for the lead at the line. It belongs to the 5 of Eric Lutz. Lutz, your new race leader in the 5 machine with 10 to go. Lutz, Klabundy, Ledger, the top 3. Slider from the 82 of Jason Martin as the 12 of Drucke goes back to his inside for that spot. They race side by side and wheel to wheel off turn number 2. Klabundy still runs 2nd. Ledger to the bottom in turn number 4. He'll get the spot in the 35L. Cody Ledger into 2nd, now goes up the hill in turn number 1. Klabundy back to his inside for 2nd. Somebody clipped the cone and it's laying out on the racetrack. And the yellow comes out. The cone is in turn number 4. So as they were racing for position, the 35L of Cody Ledger hit it. And I just heard the call over the radio system from the Nebraska 360s. They are sending Cody Ledger to the back for hitting the cone in the bottom of turn 4. Meanwhile, we'll also watch the 53 of Dover as he makes his way back through the field. 9 laps to go on the board in turn number 1. Here is your restart. 9 laps to go. Klabundy takes a look to the inside, but Lutz, he's been nailing that top through 1 and 2, and he will lead. Here comes a race for 3rd. Jason Martin to the inside. Drucke on the gas. They bang in turn number 4, and Jason Martin, who's going around, gets into Ryan Bickett, and a big flip here on the front straightaway involving several cars. Well, a race for position between the 82 of Jason Martin and the 12 of Tyler Drucke. They bang wheels. Drucke gets into Bickett. Bickett goes upside down. Right here in front of you. Lights go dark, set for the restart in turn number 4. 9 to go. Here's your restart in turn 4. Lutz will set the pace ahead of Klabundy and Martin. Lutz nails that restart, gets away from them. Jack Dover back into the top 5, sideways off turn number 2, and he'll take it down into the grass, and the yellow comes out. Well, Jack Dover had made his way back into the top 5. He'll go back to the tail after spinning off of turn number 2. So we'll get the field realigned. Still 9 to go. So still 9 to go as Rick Pendergast takes the 29 off the racetrack. Lutz setting a slow pace. He dropped the throttle in the middle of 3 and 4, ran it down the hill last time. We'll see what he does here. Gets it ready. Here we go again. Back to green. Another good restart for Lutz. Rosenboom gets a good start, and he'll go to the outside of the 18 of Richards and the 24 of Rosenboom into the 4th spot. 8 to go. Lutz, Klabundy, Martin, Rosenboom, Richards, and then Dusty Ballinger. Rosenboom and Richards side by side for that 4th spot. Lutz out to a 1.2 second advantage over Klabundy. Klabundy now starting to feel some pressure behind him from the 82 of Jason Martin. Martin closing in on that 77 with 6 laps to go. Race for the 2nd spot. Klabundy faithful to the bottom, but Martin with the momentum on the top. He'll put the Nickel Construction 82 into position 2. Klabundy trying to battle back on the inside. Now, does Martin have time to erase a 2.1 second lead for the 5 of Lutz? 4 laps to go for Lutz. Martin in the 2nd spot. Did he close in? No, it's 2.1 seconds between 1st and 2nd place. Ledger and Dover still trying to come through the field. They're up to about the 7th spot. Both of them battling for that position. 3 to go for the 5 of Lutz. His lead 2 seconds. Just 2 laps to go for the 2015 Series champion. Martin has cut into the lead. It's down to 1.7 seconds, but does he have time? White flag set to fly for the 5 of Eric Lutz. Jason Martin wide open through the corner. 1.3. Final time. They'll go down the back straightaway. Eric Lutz, for the first time since the season opener last year, will go to the winner's circle in the number 5. The 82 of Jason Martin 2nd. Here's a race for the 3rd spot. Klabundy will just edge Rosenboom. And Jack Dover comes back to finish in the top 5. And there's your finish. 5, Eric Lutz, your winner. 82, Jason Martin 2nd. John Klabundy 3rd in the 77. The 24 of Jody Rosenboom 4th, and 53 Jack Dover climbs back to finish in the top 5. Cody Ledger is 6th, 7th to the 18 of Terry Richards, 8th 2D Dusty Ballinger, 9th 101 Chuck McGilvery, Tommy Barber 10th, Tyler Drucke 11th, Ryan Bickett 12th. Unofficially in tonight's rundown after the 25-lap feature, cut down a couple laps, but wow, a wild woolly one here at the Off Road Speedway.